Have you ever felt like your body just isn't cooperating the way it used to? Especially in the bedroom, you're not alone. In fact, by age 60, over half of men experience some form of erectile dysfunction. But here's the good news. What if I told you there's a natural drink that works in just minutes, and it could help you feel confident, intimate, and alive again? This isn't about gimmicks or pills with side effects. It's about something simple, fast, and surprisingly effective, and it's probably already in your fridge or just a short trip to the grocery store. We're going to talk about a drink that's backed by science, safe for seniors, and proven to help blood flow where it counts. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Dr. John. I've spent over 30 years helping seniors across the US feel better, live stronger, and stay independent. And when it comes to men's health, especially intimacy and vitality. After 60, I want you to know you do have options, natural, safe, and effective ones. Stick with me through this video, and I'll show you exactly how to use this drink, what makes it work so quickly, and a few bonus tips to make sure your results actually last. And hey, if that sounds helpful, feel free to subscribe. I share real solutions for real seniors every single week. Now, before we talk about the drink itself, let's take just a moment to understand why these changes happen in the first place. Because once you understand that, everything else makes a whole lot more sense. Here's the truth. As we get older, our bodies naturally slow down in a few key areas. One of the biggest, blood flow. Erections aren't just about hormones or desire, they're really all about circulation. You see, during arousal, your body sends a surge of blood to the penis. That blood fills tiny chambers, causing the tissue to swell and firm up. But if your blood vessels are narrowed, stiff, or sluggish, well, you can guess what happens next. And by the time most men hit their 60s or 70s, their blood vessels are often dealing with years of wear and tear. Things like high blood pressure, cholesterol buildup, or even just aging itself can cause the vessels to become less responsive. Not broken, just a little slow. Now here's where most guys go wrong. They blame themselves. I've had patients come into my office in tears, convinced that something is wrong with them, or worse, that it means they're no longer a man. One gentleman I worked with, Harold, 72 years old, was so ashamed he hadn't even talked to his wife in weeks. He thought this part of his life was over. But when I explained what was happening inside his body, just simple biology, not failure, you could see the weight lift off his shoulders. Here's another factor, nitric oxide. It's a gas your body naturally produces to help blood vessels expand and relax. When you were younger, your nitric oxide levels were higher and your vessels responded quickly. But with age, production drops. That means your vessels don't open up as easily, and that reduces blood flow even when the desire is there. And let's not forget the effects of medications. Many seniors are on prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes. Some of these, while necessary, can unintentionally impact libido or performance. Again, not your fault. It's a side effect. And unfortunately, not all doctors bring that up. So let's be clear. If you're having issues with performance, you are not broken. You're not alone. And you absolutely don't have to just accept it. There are smart, natural ways to work with your body, not against it. And that brings us to today's real star, a natural drink that helps your body boost blood flow naturally by increasing nitric oxide levels and opening those blood vessels again, sometimes in just minutes. Let's break it down. All right, here it is. The fastest, most effective natural drink for improving erections in older men is something you might not expect. Beet juice. Yes, good old-fashioned beet juice. And before you dismiss it, let me explain why it works and how fast. Beets are packed with natural compounds called nitrates. When you drink beet juice, those nitrates are converted by your body into nitric oxide, that same gas. We talked about earlier, the one that relaxes and widens blood vessels. This helps blood flow more easily through your body. And yes, that includes blood flow down below. The science is real. Multiple studies have shown that beet juice can improve blood flow and lower blood pressure in as little as 30 to 60 minutes. That's why elite athletes have been drinking it before competitions. It improves circulation and oxygen delivery. But here's the thing, those same benefits that help athletes can also help seniors in the bedroom. Now here's what I recommend. Start with 6 to 8 ounces of beet juice about 45 minutes to an hour before intimacy. That gives your body time to convert those nitrates into nitric oxide. Some men feel the effect even sooner. And don't worry, you don't have to chug a full glass if the taste isn't your favorite. You can mix beet juice with a little lemon juice or pomegranate juice to improve the flavor and add even more health benefits. Lemon helps your body absorb nutrients better, and pomegranate adds additional antioxidants and natural support for circulation. Want something even easier? There are powdered beet juice supplements you can mix with water. Just make sure they're 100% natural, with no added sugars or artificial stuff. Let me tell you a quick story. One of my patients, Tom, 68 years old, came to me frustrated after trying one of those male performance pills from a gas station. It gave him a racing heart and a headache and didn't help much. I suggested beet juice. Skeptical but curious, he tried it one evening, just 6 ounces an hour before bedtime. He came back a week later and said, "Doc, my wife asked what I'd been taking. She was smiling." Now here's something important. This drink isn't a miracle cure. It doesn't work if the underlying causes are ignored. If you're smoking, not moving, or eating processed foods every day, beet juice can only do so much. But when it's part of a healthy routine, it can make a huge difference. Let's also talk safety. Beet juice is generally safe for most seniors, but if you have low blood pressure or kidney problems, talk to your doctor first. It can slightly lower your blood pressure, which is great for many, but needs to be watched if you're on certain medications. One more heads up: beet juice can turn your urine or stool a reddish color. Don't be alarmed, it's totally normal and harmless. Happens to many people. It's actually got a name: beeturia. Now for those wondering, can I just eat beets instead? Absolutely. Roasted beets, pickled beets, beet salads, they all contain nitrates. But juice delivers the fastest results because it's absorbed quicker. It's like a straight shot to your bloodstream, while eating beets is more of a slow burn. Want to make it even more powerful? Add a pinch of black pepper to your juice. It may help your body absorb certain nutrients more efficiently. So, let's review. Drink 6 to 8 oz of beet juice about an hour before intimacy. Mix with lemon or pomegranate for better taste and extra benefits. Consider powdered versions for convenience. Be consistent. Daily use can lead to longer-term improvements. And remember, this isn't just about performance. It's about confidence, connection, and feeling like yourself again. And if a simple glass of juice can help open that door, why not give it a try? But before you run to the fridge, there's more to this puzzle, because a drink alone can't do all the work. If you really want to see strong, lasting results, the daily habits you build around it make all the difference. Let's talk about those next, and I'll show you how to supercharge the effects of beet juice with just a few easy lifestyle shifts. Now, beet juice might be the spark, but if you really want to build a lasting fire, you need the right habits to keep it going. See, one of the biggest myths I hear from men is that a pill or a drink alone can solve everything. But let me be honest, if you're sitting for hours every day eating processed foods and not giving your body what it needs, even the best natural remedy won't give you the full results you're hoping for. The good news: you don't need a gym membership or a special diet plan. Just a few small changes can supercharge your body's natural ability to perform. Let's start with the simplest one: movement. Just 20 to 30 minutes of light walking each day can dramatically improve blood flow. When you walk, especially outdoors, your circulation improves, your stress levels drop, and your body starts producing more nitric oxide naturally. I had a patient named Roy, 74 years old, retired truck driver. He started with just a 10-minute walk around the block every morning after breakfast. Within 3 weeks, he came back and said, "Doc, I think I've got a spring in my step in more ways than one." You don't need to jog or lift weights. Just walking, some light stretching, or even gardening can make a real difference. The key is to move your body every single day. Next, let's talk about hydration. Dehydration is sneaky, and most people don't even realize when it's happening. But when you're dehydrated, your blood gets thicker and doesn't circulate as well. That means weaker erections, slower responses, and more fatigue. So aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of water a day more if you're out in the sun or drinking coffee or alcohol. Speaking of alcohol, moderation is important. A glass of red wine. Fine, but too much alcohol dulls your nervous system and restricts circulation. Not to mention, it affects testosterone levels. So if you're drinking more than a couple drinks a day, that could be playing a role. Now let's address food, because yes, what's on your plate affects what happens under the sheets. Here's a simple rule I give all my patients. If it's good for your heart, it's good for your erection. Focus on foods that improve circulation and reduce inflammation. Leafy greens like spinach and arugula high in natural nitrates. Nuts, especially walnuts and almonds packed with healthy fats, and L-arginine, an amino acid that boosts nitric oxide. Dark chocolate in moderation. It's rich in flavonoids that support blood vessel health. Watermelon. Yes, watermelon contains citrulline, which converts into nitric oxide and helps relax blood vessels. I had a couple in their late 60s tell me they replaced their nightly bowl of ice cream with a small square of dark chocolate and some fresh watermelon. After a few weeks, they both noticed improved energy and closeness, and a lot fewer sluggish evenings. On the flip side, try to limit foods that work against you. Processed meats, fried foods, refined sugars, anything that makes you feel bloated, sluggish, or spikes your blood sugar. One final habit that's often overlooked: sleep. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it lowers testosterone, increases stress hormones like cortisol, and reduces your body's natural repair systems. If you're waking up groggy or tossing and turning at night, that's something to address. Even just getting 7-8 hours of restful sleep can help improve performance and desire. And speaking of stress, let's be real. Life can get heavy. Worry about finances, family health, it all takes a toll. But chronic stress kills intimacy. It tightens blood vessels, lowers testosterone, and makes your mind race when it should be resting. So find ways to relax your nervous system. Whether it's a short walk reading deep breathing or even quiet time with your partner, those moments of calm matter more than you think. To tie this all together, think of your body like a garden. The beet juice. That's the fertilizer. But without water, sunlight, and daily care, nothing's going to grow. Build a few of these habits into your daily routine, and you'll be giving your body the foundation it needs to perform consistently, not just in one moment, but for the long term. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Dr. John, I've tried the pills. They didn't work or gave me side effects. And I get it. That's why in the next part, I'm going to share a few natural alternatives to Viagra and Cialis that are gentler, safer, and surprisingly effective, especially when combined with beet juice and the habits we just talked about. Stick with me. You don't want to miss this part. Let's be honest, a lot of seniors are handed a little blue pill and told, this is the only answer. But here's the truth. While Viagra and Cialis can work, they're not for everyone. In fact, many older men find that they come with unwanted side effects, headaches, dizziness, stuffy nose, even dangerous drops in blood pressure, especially if you're on nitrates for heart issues. That's why I want to share a few safe, natural alternatives that many seniors find helpful without those scary side effects. And when paired with beet juice and the habits we've already talked about, they can be surprisingly effective. Let's start with a compound called L-citrulline. L-citrulline is an amino acid found in watermelon, and it's also available as a supplement. Your body converts it into L-arginine, which then helps produce nitric oxide. Remember that magic molecule for blood flow. The great thing about L-citrulline is that it raises nitric oxide more gently and steadily than L-arginine itself. It's easier on the stomach, doesn't drop your blood pressure too fast, and can be taken daily. One study even found that men with mild erectile dysfunction who took L-citrulline saw improvement in both firmness and satisfaction without any of the usual side effects you get with prescription medications. Another powerful supplement, pycnogenol. It's a natural plant extract from French maritime pine bark. Strange name, powerful results. When combined with L-arginine or L-citrulline, it's been shown to significantly improve erections by boosting nitric oxide production and protecting your blood vessels. Think of it as a 1-2 punch, one ingredient to open the blood vessels and the other to keep them strong and flexible. Now let me be clear, these aren't miracle pills. They won't work overnight like a pharmaceutical drug, but taken daily, they build up in your system and support healthy function over time. For many seniors, they offer a gentler, more natural path to results without worrying about side effects or drug interactions. Here's another lesser-known gem, Panax ginseng, sometimes called Korean red ginseng. Used in traditional medicine for centuries, it's been studied more recently for its effects on male performance. Ginseng appears to help with blood flow, energy, and even libido. In one study, over 60% of men taking ginseng reported improved erections. It also helps reduce stress, which, as we've discussed, is a big piece of the puzzle. That said, make sure you're getting a quality ginseng product and talk to your doctor if you're on blood thinners, since it can mildly affect clotting. A few other options worth mentioning. Zinc. Important for testosterone production and reproductive health. Many older adults are low in zinc without realizing it. Ashwagandha, an adaptogenic herb that helps reduce stress, improve sleep, and support hormone balance. Maca root, a Peruvian plant that may support libido and energy. Some men report improvements in stamina and drive with daily use. Now, I want to emphasize something before starting any new supplement, especially if you're on medications. Always check with your doctor or pharmacist. Natural doesn't always mean risk-free, especially when combined with prescriptions. That said, the supplements I've just mentioned are generally well tolerated, especially when used in reasonable doses and alongside healthy habits. Let me tell you about Alan. 69 years old, widowed, recently remarried and anxious about his performance. He didn't want to rely on Viagra because of his heart medications. I suggested a combination of L-citrulline, pycnogenol, and beet juice. He was patient, gave it 3 weeks, and came back beaming. "Doc," he said, "it's like my body remembered how things used to work." That's the goal. Not to chase some unrealistic ideal, but to restore confidence and connection in a way that feels right for you. Whether that's through natural drinks, supplements, or lifestyle changes, the key is finding what works safely and sustainably for your body. And remember, intimacy isn't just about the physical, it's about energy connection and self-confidence. When you take care of your health, your performance often follows. Now that we've covered natural drinks, daily habits, and safe alternatives, let's pull it all together in one simple action plan you can start today, even before this video ends. We've covered a lot so far: the power of beet juice, daily habits that support blood flow, and safe, natural alternatives to prescription pills. Now it's time to give you something simple, clear, and practical, an action plan you can follow starting today. This isn't about doing everything at once or making huge life changes overnight. It's about building momentum, one small win at a time. Let's start with your morning routine. When you wake up, the first thing I want you to do is drink a full glass of water. Sounds basic, but overnight, your body gets dehydrated. That affects blood flow, energy, and mood. Rehydrating first thing primes your system for the day. Next, get in 15 to 20 minutes of movement. A walk around the block, gentle stretching, marching in place while the coffee brews. This wakes up your circulation and boosts natural nitric oxide. If you've got stiffness in your joints, don't push hard, just move gently and consistently. Then fuel your body smartly. Add a handful of walnuts or almonds, a few slices of watermelon, or a green smoothie with spinach or beets to your breakfast. These foods naturally support blood flow and hormone health. And here's your game changer. About 60 minutes before intimacy, drink 6 to 8 oz of beet juice. If the taste is too earthy, blend it with a splash of lemon juice or a little pomegranate for flavor and bonus heart benefits. If fresh beet juice isn't an option, a powdered beet supplement in water will still do the trick. You can also pair this with 500 to 2,000 mg of L-citrulline, and if your doctor approves 40 to 60 mg of pycnogenol. That combination works with the beet juice to help open blood vessels naturally. That's your core performance stack. Water plus movement, plus beet juice, plus L-citrulline, plus pycnogenol. Then throughout the day, focus on minimizing stress and staying hydrated. Take breaks, breathe deeply. Spend a few moments being quiet, maybe even with your partner. Connection isn't just physical, it's emotional too. Before bed, shut down the TV and phone early. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. That's when your body heals, restores hormone balance, and builds the energy you'll need for tomorrow and the next time you want to perform. Let me be clear, you don't have to do this perfectly. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to show up for your health a little bit every day. Start with beet juice. Add in movement. Then build from there. Because every small step you take, every choice to support your circulation, nourish your body, and reduce stress brings you closer to feeling confident, energized, and in control again. And when you feel that way, your partner feels it too. Now, if you found even one helpful tip today, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know what you're going to try first. Was it the beet juice, a walk, or maybe that ginseng you've had sitting in the cabinet? These conversations matter because you're not alone. And when we talk about these things openly, we make it easier for other seniors to get the help they deserve too. Try this plan for just 7 days and let me know what changes you notice. More energy, more confidence, maybe even better performance. Either way, you're taking action, and that matters. So there you have it, a simple, natural path to stronger performance and renewed confidence, starting with just a glass of beet juice. If this helped you, comment 1 below and share this with someone who might need it too. You've got more life and love ahead of you. Let's keep it strong together.